Well, today we're going to get into wigs, of course, again. However, for those of you that are new to wigs, I'm sorry, this is going to be a little educational and less fun for us, but you really need to know the construction of how these synthetic wigs and also human hair wigs are made. So it's just important because this will help you determine what you feel is the right fit for you. And also I want to share, I don't say it that often, but down below in the description, I have various links. I have a membership group. We meet once a month. We talk about wigs, and actually it's a network where I allow women who have wigs that may want to sell them. They're afraid to sell them out on the big platforms out here. They feel that they get to know each other in our little community, and so they able to work out a deal amongst themselves. They could do that. And you know what we also talk about? Not just wigs. We talk about dating when we're baby boomers. Yes. And but we're all ages. But we talk about health and some new things that we've learned. We really are just a community of fun-filled women, really of all ages. I'm a baby boomer. I thought the only people I would attract would be baby boomers. But I'm finding that many of you young gals really kind of like being around us older women, because you really find that we basically are giggling. Well, they do say when you get older, you kind of turn into a kid again, right? Yep, that's true. But anyway, what I want to share with you is we've got to get into the meat of some stuff when it comes to these wigs. So today I'm going to be talking about, get your little pen, paper out, lace front. What is that? What is monofilament top or part? What does that mean? Also, I'm going to be sharing with you some solutions of what you can do to actually making a decision if you want open wefting versus closed wefting, the cap construction. Are you on an airplane like I sometimes are, ex-flight attendant, for like 18 hours on long trips? Yep, that's in my travel video. There's certain wigs that I definitely would recommend if you're going to actually wear a wig on the plane to get through security without being stopped. The US is no big deal, but when you're overseas, totally different story. Anyway, come with me and let's begin. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I do have down below with our community in our membership group, I also have a link that you can contact me directly, and you would get a free consultation, free coaching for your very first time. Diana, I don't know which one, I don't know which wig to buy. And I will help guide you. And then if you need subsequent help, there will be a slight charge. So join our community, share with each other, or be in touch with me personally one-on-one. I'd be glad to coach you and help you out. Okay, now let's get into your piece. All right, class, get your paper and get your glasses on and let the show begin. All right, what are we talking about open wefting? Okay, this is a term that's used in cap construction. And let me show you. This is a wig, duh, okay? And this is the cap, the way they're constructed today. In fact, I just started wearing wigs a few years ago, but boy, have they improved since the 1970s in my generation. But this open wefting, as you can see right here, it's all these pieces of fabric of which the actual fiber, this is a synthetic fiber wig, is hand sewn or sometimes machine stitched right here on these little strips that go around. All right. Then also in the nape of the neck, you always kind of have a Velcro, a very soft material. And I always recommend when you pull your hair back and put it in a little ponytail. In my next video, I go into all the tools of the trade to show you how to do that. Put it there, and then with the wefting, you're going to, with the Velcro, this back, you're going to pull it down and go underneath that little bob of a ponytail. This will help secure it, your wig right there. And then also on the side, by the temples on either side, you also have a very soft material. And inside this material is usually a little piece of metal. What that does, it allows you to position your wig and to put it on and to center it. And by pushing it down, it kind of holds that wig in place. All right, now for the revolutionary, fabulous invention that they have done probably over the last, 20 years. I just found out within the last 5 years, and that is what they call a monofilament top. This is a monofilament top. It's like a sheer, almost like a sheer lace, of which in this entire area, you are able to part your hair in any of these locations. Compared to, in my previous video, I showed you how some of the inexpensive human hair wigs, they just have one part. That was the way it was back in the 1970s. One part, sorry babes, that's it. Whereas with these monofilament tops, you had the flexibility of styling it and parting your hair in lots of different places. Now for the important thing, which is, I'll tell you the pros and the cons, and that is the lace front. Do you see right here? Put my hand there. This lace front. What happens is when you put on a wig that has a lace front, it fits right up at your temple. And being that this is like lace, it looks like your own, it's part of your own forehead. Now, they actually hand sew fibers coming out of the lace front. So basically what this makes it look like is that when you're wearing a wig that's a lace front, you actually can see the fibers, and the perception is the fibers are coming right out of your forehead, your crown. What does that mean? Well, it makes it look all the more authentic. It makes it look all the more that it's not a wig. Now, I personally have on a wig that does not have the lace front. Do you see here? It does not have the lace front at all. And I sometimes prefer to wear these every day only because in time, the lace front being here, this sometimes will get a little bit of your foundation on it, and then also it starts to lift. Now, in my next video, when I get into the tools, I'll show you how easy it is to fix it. With it's like a little glue that you would put right here in your forehead, pop it down, it resecures it. But it's more fragile, and I also would recommend that if you only buy the lace front and only use lace front, you know the little makeup wipes? I would, when you take it off, each time, very gently, just kind of clean it off, because it is the foundation that gets caught in these fibers, which then when you put it on, it just does not press down with multiple use. So, but these things look like you're not wearing a wig. So if you're brand new to wigs, you might want to, and you're very conscientious of not wanting people to say, oh, you're wearing a wig, you might want to get a lace front, all right? So remember the open wefting. Now let me show you a beautiful construction, which is machine, that's machine stitched wefting, whereas now this is hand stitched. They call this closed wefting. It has everything's the same. You see the lace front, the monofilament top, but you see how, let me grab this other one so you see how the cap, you have the open wefting versus this is closed, totally closed. Now in the summertime when it's really hot, this is obviously, you know, cooler, but for me, my favorite. Why? It just fits for me more snug. So it just fits more secure. And I usually always do put maybe a little 2 bobby pins on the back and on the side, particularly if I'm on my long airline flights. But this is what they call a closed. Now, what happens is these are going to be more expensive. So these are going to be more expensive than the ones that are open wefting. So I wanted to stop now to kind of let you know that, oh my God, the lace front. Let me show you really quick. The lace front in some manufacturers, some companies will actually send you the wig with the lace front like this. Do you see the lace? They send it all this way so that you can custom cut to meet your crown, to make it just totally flawless. So, and some companies will do that so that you can actually cut it yourself. Now, I always go to my beauty parlor and have her do this because I'm a doofus. I probably would screw up. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for the tools. We're going to get into all the boring tools that you need to have a perfect wig fit. Have a great day.